Good afternoon, 7th period class. This is our NSL project. We begin this period on a somber note, reflecting on a tragedy of a lifetime, better known as Hurricane Katrina. Thinking back to the hurricane and the ridiculously so response, one could only think, whose fault is it? It seemed as if everyone was pointing fingers and everyone had somebody different to blame. We narrowed it down to 3 main suspects: former President George W. Bush, former FEMA Director Michael Brown, and New Orleans Mayor Ray Nagin.
We specially targeted actions on September 2nd through September 2nd, being the 3rd and 4th day after the hurricane hit. What fault do you think it is?
What are you doing?
Your fault. His fault.
FEMA Director Michael Brown says requests were being made, but officials said they weren't. Requests were made, but were also ignored. Specifically ignored.
New Orleans Mayor Ray Nagin. He didn't supply the food to feed people that were lost their homes and were staying in the stadium, and he did not evacuate New Orleans. And action?
On September 2nd, Mayor Ray Nagin criticized the ridiculous place of the state and federal relief efforts of radio interview or local radio stations, WWLAM.
We authorized $8 billion to go to Iraq, lickety quick. And after 9/11, we gave the president unprecedented powers, lickety quick, to take care of New York and other places. Now you mean to tell me that a place where most of your oil is coming through, a place that is so unique when you mention New Orleans anywhere around the world, everybody's eyes light up? You mean to tell me that a place where you probably have thousands of people that have died and thousands more that are dying every day, that you can't figure out a way to authorize the resources that we need? Come on, man.
Nagin explained how the president is in charge of the Army Corps of Engineers, which is in charge of the managing of the levees. The levees were not updated like they needed to be. The job was clearly neglected, and as a result of hundreds of people unnecessarily died.
I want people to know there's a lot of help coming. I don't think anybody anticipated the breach of the levees. They did anticipate a serious storm. These levees got breached, and as a result, much of New Orleans is flooded. And now, we're having to deal with it, and will. Contrary to what Bush says, the Washington Post prints, not long after the levees broke and water from Lake Pontchartrain on the north and Lake Bourne on the east began to fill New Orleans, President Bush told television correspondent Diane Sawyer that no one could have foreseen the breach of these levees. In fact, over a period of many years, scientists have predicted that a strong storm could breach the levees. Scientists especially fear that even a relatively weak storm coming from the right direction would push a wall of water into the heart of New Orleans, from Lake Bourne through the funnel-shaped Mississippi River Gulf Outlet Canal and into the Industrial Canal, destroying the levees along the canal and flooding much of St. Bernard Parish and the lower Ninth Ward. And now it appears that this is exactly what happened.
If the president had done his job, a lot could have been avoided. Paying attention to the nation is a part of the president's job. Protecting and leading the nation is also a part. Obviously, George Bush could not handle the pressure and the responsibility of being president and should never have taken up the job if he couldn't handle the duties. Nagin said that Governor, FEMA, and Homeland Security didn't act in the time, and that is why the whole disaster just kept getting worse.